is CTV News.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. Council in the town of Essex spent the evening digging through its proposed 2026 budget, which includes a nearly 5% tax hike for homeowners. CTV's Travis Fortnum has been digging through the details as well. He joins me tonight in the studio. Travis, there's a lot in the pages, but that proposed tax increase is what's going to jump out to a lot of folks. What's driving the hike in this draft plan?
Well, Michelle, a big part of that increase comes down to infrastructure spending and a long list of projects the town says can't wait. And when you dig through the draft 2026 budget, there's a lot more than just that tax rate at play, with flood prevention, facility upgrades, and major road work all factored in. The town's proposed 2026 budget totals just over $80 million, including $21.5 million in capital projects. At the center of it, yes, a 4.9% municipal tax hike. The draft plan puts that at about $100 more for the average homeowner based on a $192,000 assessment. This year, through the town's budget survey and open house consultations, residents made flood prevention their top priority. The proposed budget responds with drainage block assessments, Phragmites control, and design work for storm sewer rehabilitation. There's also a new fire hall in the plans, with hopes to get work going on that early in the new year. To pay for much of this, the town expects to take on more than $5 million in proposed long-term debt for 2026 projects. The draft budget now enters a 30-day review period, with council hearing department presentations this week and debating any amendments in December. With the mayor waiving her veto window, the proposed 2026 budget is expected to be finalized before Christmas. Michelle.
All right, thanks so much for that. Lots of details there for us. We appreciate it. Travis Fortnum reporting in the newsroom tonight. Meantime, Windsor City Council met today on an update and an agenda an update on those unpopular new recycling bins. The city is going to bat for residents who want smaller ones.
The answer is not an absolute no. So we are expecting to have more dialogue with Circle Materials along with USWA this week in that regard, but there seems to be a bit of movement with respect to that.
Council also learned today, however, the new province-wide recycling program excludes small businesses, churches, BIAs, daycares, and city buildings. Fearing people at those places will just throw their recycling in the garbage, Council wants answers on how the city is going to collect that recycling.
What's the logic here? Municipalities shouldn't have to bear the expense of picking up producer provided, extra packaging because it's in a BIA.
Proper care will safeguard these internationally recognized places for future generations. The preservation of the watersheds and conservation areas is not a passive activity.
Delegates today successful in persuading council to ask Ontario to slow down the plan to shrink the province's conservation authorities. The Ford government wants to reduce it from 36 down to just 7 province-wide. Councillor Kieran McKenzie wants to make sure the plan is well thought out.
I think that this legislation certainly introduces a certain amount of risk as it relates to watershed management, and what I'm hoping to achieve is just a better legislative process when there's so much at risk that we end up with a piece of legislation that is in everyone's best interest, and all of the appropriate risks are appropriately considered.
Also today, council dipped their toe into repairs to Pesh Island. Staff will begin the permitting process for dredging under the pedestrian bridge. But because it could cost up to $1 million to do, council won't give the project a full green light until budget time.
We have over 210 parks in our system. Pesh Island is probably among the top for me in terms of how beautiful this place is. It is an oasis in the city of Windsor. We've added boat service here many years ago so people can actually get there. We've spent millions of dollars protecting the shoreline from further erosion. This island was actually owned by Hiram Walker himself back in the late 1880s.
The results of the public survey regarding council start times showed an overwhelming support for a 6 p.m. start time, and yet the recommendation of council is to keep the time at 10 a.m.
Caroline Taylor chiming in on council start times today. Half the survey respondents wanted to go back to the evening. Admin won't have a final recommendation until the new year, but they did warn councillors it costs nearly $30,000 a year more to bring staff in at night to answer questions.
The challenge here is public engagement, and I don't think a start time of a council meeting has anything to do with public engagement anymore, because you go to where the information is, you know where to find it if you're looking for it. I think the problem's on the back end. We have to try and get to more people, and we're not getting to enough people because our messaging isn't in the right places.
And one final reminder, Windsor wants your input on one-way streets in Wards 3 and 4. An open house will be held Tuesday starting at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Those unable to attend can access a virtual information center and submit feedback online until December 12th. The Dresden landfill controversy came up today at Queen's Park. As we've reported for nearly 2 years now, York One Environmental Waste Solutions wants to reopen an old landfill north of Dresden to put in a regenerative recycling facility. They're now taking Chatham-Kent to court to force the municipality to greenlight the project. The Ford government insists the move is necessary because of Ontario's growing need for landfill space. Today, opposition parties are on the side of residents and the environment.
They're very upset with the government for just, for continuing to just steamroll over their rights and what their community wants.
The Ford government is saying we're going to plow ahead without putting any measures or studying how we can protect the water. I mean, he is putting the Great Lakes at risk to help out a big donor to the Conservative Party.
Stellantis is hiring for the third shift to come back online next year at Windsor Assembly. But as CTV's Stephanie Mazzotti reports, many of the jobs may already be spoken for.
It's been 5 years since Windsor Assembly's third shift was eliminated. Now it's back, along with 1,400 new jobs.
It's a good news story in the auto industry. It's probably the only good news story in Canada today.
The auto giant promising forecasts for versions of the Chrysler Pacifica and the new six-pack powered Dodge Charger, Scat Pack, and RT models.
So Windsor is an anomaly in the auto industry. The facts are we build two strong products and both in isolation. We're the only plant that builds them. So for the short term and the near future, Windsor is in good shape.
But local applicants won't get first pick. Recently, laid-off workers from the Brampton plant will have the opportunity to transfer after Stellantis announced it's moving its Jeep Compass production to Illinois.
According to our collective agreement, have the first opportunity to come and fill those spots. We don't know how many will come. I don't expect it will be huge, but it'll be, that's a big move for people. It's a big move to move up your whole life from the greater Toronto area to the Windsor area, 4 hours away, where you're not connected to anybody.
President of Unifor Local 444, James Stewart, says 3,000 people applied for the shift a year and a half ago. 4 positions not filled by Brampton employees. Stellantis will look at those applicants first before opening it up to the public. Stewart says despite this announcement, we need to continue to fight for the auto industry.
That you have to bargain in a way that use the leverage of our critical minerals, our oil and gas, our steel and aluminum, bargain with the idea that there's leverage there to protect the auto industry, to protect softwood lumber.
Production on the third shift is scheduled to begin mid-February of next year. Stephanie Mazzotti, CTV News.
CTV meteorologist Gary Archibald has your full weather details coming up in 2 minutes' time. And the season of giving and thinking of others is underway in Windsor. How residents are already helping and how you can pitch in. Coming up later in our newscast. CTV meteorologist Gary Archibald joins me now with a full look at the weather, and I gotta say, I'm glad I took advantage of today's weather and got some last-minute yard work done because there's rain in the forecast. Gary.
You're right about that, Michelle. Good evening, folks. We are looking at some rain Tuesday morning, perhaps Wednesday. Temperatures still are going to be mild for both days, just like today. Gray, cloudy, but relatively pleasant today, especially during the early afternoon. Got to a high nearing 9 degrees Celsius. Our average dips below 7, now closer to 6 degrees Celsius. And note the lows. They'll be in the minuses in terms of averages as we head towards, well, the end of fall into winter season, no doubt. Lots of cloud moving across the region now as I speak, with rains on approach, cutting through Wisconsin into Michigan, eventually southern Ontario. And the worst case scenario is the rain will be timed perfectly for that morning commute between 7, 8, 9 a.m. tomorrow. We'll get a secondary wave through the overnight into Thursday, and there will be some flurries intermixed as well, potentially for Wednesday overnight into Thursday morning. Right now, the rainfall coming from the southerly flow is relatively light, but it's persistent, especially in the morning. In fact, we could get into some light rain between 2 a.m. and 6, 7, 8, maybe even 9 a.m. intermittently. So overall, not a lot of rain, but enough to certainly get you wet if you're not prepared. Overnight temperatures are mild, 5 degrees Celsius, mostly cloudy. Probability stat showing us the likelihood of an occurrence is relatively high, between 60 to 80%. So the breakdown for your Tuesday, I'm calling for showers in the morning at 8 a.m., 7 degrees up to 11, still cloudy and rainy through midday, and then down to about 9 degrees by 5 p.m. So it's still mild throughout. Take a look at our 7-day forecast. Rainy the next couple of days and above seasonal, both in terms of the daily maximum and minimum temperatures. 11 followed by 9 respectively, Tuesday, Wednesday. Still cloudy from Thursday through the weekend, with temperatures falling big time, down to 1. Look at this for a high Thursday, 2 on Friday, -1 Saturday, +2 on Sunday, and 0 degrees a week from now on Monday. Big changes, and along the way, we'll see rain changing over to some ice pellets, maybe graupel, and certainly flurries as we roll around Thursday into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Let's look at your weather.
All right, thanks so much, Gary. We'll check in again a little later on. The Ontario government says it will require defendants to pay cash security deposits before being released from custody as part of a bill aimed at tightening bail requirements.
We're coming forward again with bold, innovative, and practical solutions to enhance our public safety. And the reason is obvious. Our government has never stopped in believing that our inherent right to live safely in our own homes and communities is the guiding principle that drives our actions every day to protect Ontario.
The province says the proposed bill would improve bail compliance and keep repeat offenders behind bars. Toronto's police chief supports the idea.
These additional measures announced today to improve bail compliance and keep repeat violent offenders in custody will make our communities safer. These initiatives are essential to protect the public and prevent crime, restore public trust in the justice system, and support police officers who see firsthand the harm caused to victims by violent criminals.
The legislation is expected to be tabled tomorrow. Closer to home, the OPP is investigating the theft of a cross from St. Anne's Church in Tecumseh. The 143-year-old cross was taken sometime between November 6th and the 8th. If you know anything, police are asking you make an anonymous tip to Crime Stoppers. Meantime, Windsor has a new chief of police, but he's familiar with the pressure of being a high-ranking member of the force. CTV's Chris Campbell reports from police headquarters.
After more than 3 decades with Windsor Police, Jason Crowley is stepping into the service's top job.
I am absolutely as proud as can be to be serving the people of this community who have given me so much.
Crowley has been named the 20th chief in Windsor Police Service history, replacing retiring Chief Jason Belair, who served in that role since late 2022.
We have made so much ground under Chief Belair's leadership. I definitely have some tweaks and some ideas of my own, but we will continue to do the things that we do really well.
Belair announced earlier this year he would retire in November, a decision that came as the service faced allegations of racism involving the former chief.
I'm committed to a respectful, inclusive workplace, and our members will be heard. Our members will feel that they're supported, and I will ensure that.
Crowley has served as Deputy Chief of Operations since 2023 and has held various roles across the service, including Critical Incident Command, Tactical Response, and the Repeat Offender Parole Enforcement Squad.
The experience that Chief Crowley brings to the table, I think, is evident. He has served in positions where he knows the pulse of the people on the front line. He knows the challenges that are facing the policing service here in the city of Windsor and across Canada, for that matter.
Crowley holds a sociology degree from the University of Windsor and has completed numerous specialized leadership and policing courses. He was also involved in an off-duty driving incident in 2023, charged with stunt driving. He pled guilty to a reduced speeding charge. An internal review was completed by the Professional Standards Branch.
But I was held accountable, and I took all the responsibility in that, and I made a mistake, and I certainly I'm trying to earn the trust of the community back every single day.
Crowley steps into the role under a 3-year contract. He takes over starting today as Windsor continues to focus on community-based policing and strengthening partnerships.
Top priority is service delivery, taking care of our members, because if we don't take care of our members, our service delivery will suffer as well.
Meantime, the search for a new second deputy chief now begins. In Windsor, Chris Campbell, CTV News.
To Harrow now, where a homeowner is upset with a new development, a cell tower being built directly behind him. As Bob Belichico reports, it sounds like the town is aware and listening.
This shouldn't be 120 feet away from my house.
Zach Klein moved to Harrow from Toronto in May. In October, he received a notice the day before Halloween from a tower operator headquartered in Montreal outlining plans for a cell tower about 120 feet from his fence.
They sent a package in the mail informing me that I have 30 days to essentially oppose. Definitely scared me, threw me for a loop.
Klein says Terrion's plan to build the tower came with no advance notice or consultation. He acknowledges rural Essex County needs stronger telecommunications, but believes residential areas should be off limits.
It needs to be in a place which there's plenty of here, an industrial site. A site that there aren't people living here and raising families. That's all we're asking.
Within 5 days of launching a petition, more than 600 people have signed on in support. Now, throughout his research, Klein said he found the town of Kingsville is also pursuing a similar tower project, but has held public consultation, something he says Harrow residents weren't afforded.
They got to talk to Terrion, they got to talk to TELUS, they got to talk to everyone who's involved, but for the one place that's getting it put up, 120 feet away, there's no open house for us, not in Harrow.
Essex Mayor Sherry Bondi confirms notices have been sent by the company to homes near the proposed location, and a full public consultation package will be presented to council.
We're going through the proper steps. Essex Council will receive the public consultation package, and then we'll have a chance to have our say as a council.
Bondi feels council will have an opportunity to endorse the project or outline concerns, and notes final approval rests with the federal government. There's no set timeline on when the package will be reviewed.
I'll be sure to let the impacted residents know so they can attend.
Bob Belichico, CTV News.
Today is known in some circles as Circular Monday. It's a global campaign where instead of taking, making, and wasting, people are encouraged to upcycle, repair, and reuse products they already have. Organizations in 58 different countries around the world are holding events and workshops today aimed at changing how people consume goods, especially at this time of year going into the holidays. But not all of the responsibility falls on shoppers. Advocates say companies also need to use more sustainable choices.
Now with the winter season coming, we all need snow blowers, shovels, but
maybe we could, borrow one from your neighbor. We can get together, maybe 5 or 6 people in the block, buy one snow blower, and then rotate amongst us instead of buying one and putting in the garage for the rest of the year.
On the markets, the TSX gained 444 points. And in New York, the Dow added 203 and the NASDAQ is up 599. The Canadian dollar fell 0.04 cents today. And on commodity markets, gold gained almost $15 an ounce and oil is up 78 cents a barrel.
Cans for a Cause is back for its 22nd year.
Join us as we broadcast live from Devonshire Mall.
We'll be collecting cash and non-perishable food items for the Society of St. Vincent de Paul.
We need your help, generosity, and goodwill.
Visit us online for more information.
Start your day with the latest local news. By signing up for our newsletter, you'll get direct local content straight from CTV Windsor to your inbox, including top stories, the forecast, and videos. You can sign up at ctvnewswindsor.ca. The holidays are all about tradition. This past weekend saw many traditions back for another year. Kicking this off with the holiday train. Once again, here's our Bob Belichico.
A fun moment during the Smash Mouth concert as fans sing along. The CPKC holiday train rolled into town, looking to spread holiday cheer and help the Windsor Essex Food Bank Association.
This is my first time coming to this, actually. Yeah.
What do you think?
I love it. It's great.
Yeah, I'm excited for Christmas. This is like a family tradition for us. We've been coming here 11 years now.
The concert was awesome, but so was the fact that 5,500 pounds of food was collected on Saturday night.
$7,000! Let's give it up!
This organization has raised $26 million. They've received over 5 million pounds of food. It all goes back into June Muir's program at the Unemployed Help Center.
All these people caring, of course, CPKC Rail for doing this event. It's going to help us a lot. We need it. Food banks are really behind right now.
So last year we saw over 235,000 visits. 30% were children. So the need is up, and this donation means a lot to us.
Get enough of you, Windsor. All right, does it feel like Christmas yet?
Happy holidays! You're watching CTV News!
Good night, Windsor.
Good night, Windsor!
Have fun, guys. We'll see you in a bit.
Meantime, the Walkerville Holiday Walk turned 25 this past weekend, hosted by, of course, the BIA. Member Shannon Gilbert has been in Walkerville for 30 years. She's starting to notice the next generation starting to take notice of their walkable community.
The Walkerville BIA works really hard on, we keep the area clean, everything's well lit, all the restaurants and stuff like that. We have got a great nightlife down here. Day life is great. So I think everybody just really appreciates the whole area.
Windsorites are already doing what we do best, helping others. The Basketeers collected plenty of donations, as you can see, at the Safety Village this past weekend. These baskets full of essential living items will be given to women who are leaving Hiatus House and starting their new life.
We have a big project right now, HWOW, a hub without walls, where we have workers throughout Windsor Essex, and we know that the need is there, and so we want people to know that we are available and that they can reach out and looking for information or asking for help.
A great way to kick off this year's kettlebells. The kettlebells are now ringing across Windsor Essex. The Salvation Army has set a goal this year of $250,000 to help those most in need in our community. You can donate at one of 15 kettle spots or online as well, now until Christmas Eve.
great to see the kettles go out. It's great to see the volunteers at our place getting things ready. It kind of kicks off the Christmas season, and it creates that anticipation and excitement that everybody just loves about the Christmas season.
Discussion here at Windsor City Hall.
Windsor's top stories.
A major project is about to get underway.
Breaking news alerts.
Severe weather is a possibility.
And watch live.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us.
Download the CTV News app.
Let's check in one last time on the weather with CTV meteorologist Gary Archibald. Gary, still rain on deck for tomorrow.
Rain, and it looks like it's going to be mild, Michelle, but temperatures then take a nosedive. I've been talking about this big cold air mass that's on approach. We've been talking about it since last week. Looks like it will make its presence well known Thursday into Friday and perhaps beyond. Next couple of days, rainy, especially tomorrow morning. A secondary wave into Wednesday, and then Wednesday night, overnight to Thursday morning, huge drop in temperatures. The high on Thursday only +1, then +2 on Friday. Flurries a possibility, and maybe even a mix of rain and flurries as we head towards the weekend and perhaps beyond. Maybe even Monday morning, we could still see some frost and flurries. That's a look at your weather. Have yourselves a good night.
Same to you, Gary. Thank you so much. Finally for us tonight, an Ottawa mom had an unforgettable trip down to our part of Ontario this weekend. Julia Forbes was in Detroit Sunday to recreate her late husband's trip to Ford Field. In 2018, her husband Ryan turned 40. He and his friends came. They're die-hard Detroit Lions fans. They had an epic weekend watching their team. Unfortunately, he died from cancer a year and a half ago. Well, unbeknownst to Forbes, NFL Canada brought her out onto the field with her daughter, where they got to enjoy the pre-game from the sidelines. Until Holly Campbell, head coach Dan Campbell's wife, came out with a big surprise, literally and figuratively, tickets to the next Super Bowl.
Shocked to sort of find out that we're going to be going to the Super Bowl, and getting that gift is just incredible, surprising and emotional, and just sort of taken aback, really grateful.
Julia's an all-star mom, and she does so much, so I couldn't think of someone more deserving of it. And you can tell she was really touched because it means more. It's not just her and Lola going to that game. Ryan's definitely going to be with them.
That's all the time we have for now. Thank you so much for watching and supporting local news. I'll see you right back here tomorrow night at 11. Good night.